First chance he gets today to return a punt. Carey at the 29, slips, spins away, stays on his feet, runs into his own man. And it's been that kind of day for the Oakland Raiders. Ray Armstrong, the former Ram, ran into his own man, TJ Carey. Penalty is on Atkinson. Carey right there, knocked down by Armstrong. Oakland football when we come back.
Bosher booms one out of there. This is Phillip Adams all the way back to his own 32-yard line. Oh, hit by his own man, and a penalty marker is down.
I don't think you can call helmet to helmet when it's your own teammate. Again, that is just a knockout shot from his own teammate. Francis does not expect Adams to jump around. Dennis Allen goes, wow, it's tough enough going against their 11.
Brett Kern to punt, Harry Douglas deep to return. Douglas at the 24. Jackie Battle misses the tackle, but Douglas taken down by his own man.
That's what we like to see.
12 defenders on the field for the Tennessee Titans. Marcus Trufant, the rookie. I don't think they're going to give him a tackle, though, guys.
It ended well for Baltimore with a punt.
Jacoby Jones. And now shifting over and making the grab is Tandem Doss, and Doss is brought down almost immediately at the 19-yard line.
By Josh Bynes, his own player.
Second and long. Wilson falls down in the end zone. Safety. I think it's Ben Garland who got him. Unbelievable. There's Ben Garland over the center, Justin Britt, and Odiombo, the rookie, filling in for Ifedi, steps on the foot of Russell Wilson. Ben Garland right on the spot, securing the safety, but Odiombo now starting to get exposed a little bit in the interior of that Seattle offensive line.
If Eric Berry is trying to come back from an injury, so we talked about Justin Houston trying to come back off an injury, and add Berry to that list.
Tyreek Hill playing that one from inside his own 10-yard line, and here he goes. Tyreek Hill down the sideline for the touchdown. No flags.
Well, we've talked about it the entire game. Just his acceleration when he gets in the open field, the amount of speed that he has. The biggest thing he has to worry about is stiff-arming his own player. He gets Steven Nelson. Watch, he stiff-arms him to stay in bounds as he tiptoes down that sideline once he's able to get Nelson out of his way.
We saw Josh McCown watching from the sideline. Tyrod Taylor to the end zone. Intercepted! It's picked off on the play. Justin Burris with blockers ahead and runs into his own man, but he got it out. A red zone pick. Was the ball not free? Flag is thrown.
I think Rodgers still would have liked that free play rather than 5 yards.
No doubt. Three-man rush. Now that's just forcing a throw right there. And Rodgers very lucky that wasn't intercepted. Claiborne and Lee collide, and it's Claiborne who's down.
This is a tight window as Lee comes in, and Rodgers not seeing Lee, and and he takes one right in the face from Sean Lee.
From Melbourne, Australia. Went to high school in Baton Rouge and on to LSU. That's Amendola. Breaking free from 2 tackles and getting to the outside. Amendola gets past wing and breaks another tackle. I do not see a flag, but at the end, he falls at the 7.
Did he get tripped by his own guy? It looked like he was going in to score. I was looking for a flag.
Everything was clean at the other end.
Watch the block that's coming up against Hertzlick, 94.
Yeah, I was checking that out, but it's fine.
Thought it could have been too low, but it wasn't.
Did not go out of bounds. Got a little off balance, shook it off.
Oh,
hey,
yep.
tripped up over one of
so.
his own teammates. It was Harmon.
Terms of penalties, 1st and 15 after the flag on Schwartz. Foles has to slide in the pocket, takes a shot up the seam, and that pass should have been picked. It falls incomplete. Prince Amukamara had it right in his hands. You saw Tashawn Gibson came over, inadvertently collided with him, and a short interception falls to the turf.
And how much does this hurt if you're the Jacksonville Jaguars? They've gone 3 consecutive games without forcing a turnover. It's one of the biggest Achilles heel of otherwise what is a talented defense. They've gone 2 straight games without a sack, 3 straight games without a takeaway. This is an easy interception right in the basket.
Special teams standout for the Saints. He's never had one returned for a touchdown. Collision at the back end, and now the ball is muffed. Tommy Lee Lewis was back deep for the punt. And it looks like Atlanta has recovered. They have. Reynolds came up with it for the Falcons. Roy Reynolds.
Tommy Lee Lewis, an unknown that Sean Payton wanted to see as the punt returner. There's nothing he can do. Number 21, Harris, knocked into Lewis, and it's a huge recovery for the Falcons.
Whitehurst play for this team, but they've got to make a decision. I think they're going to go out and get a quarterback either way.
Griffin on 3rd and 5. That pass is caught. Johnson, 1st down and more. For a vicious collision, and 2 Chargers defenders are still on the ground. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. It was Denzel Perryman and Jaleel Adai. And you just hope they both are okay.
Yeah, you really do. Now, you're going to see a collision, but this move by Duke Johnson is Barry Sanders-like. This is what he would do to defenders. Watch this. And then he comes out of it, and then you see the 2 defenders collide. That's a wicked hit, but great move by Duke Johnson.
Angry, and we haven't matched that attitude all the time. Some of those Marshawn Lynch runs didn't sit well. Look out.
And then the ball is loose in the end zone, and Wilson's going to cover up, but this time it is a safety. So we had a near safety before. Wilson loses the ball, runs into his own man, and then is able to at least save 5 points by covering up in the end zone to make it 5-0 Arizona.
Well,
runs
the
into a
scramble
coon.
starts, and we almost have another butt fumble to deal with here.
5-0, and Arizona will get the ball. 2nd down and 17 from the 45. Play clock at 1. Fires over the middle, and that's almost intercepted. Earl Thomas. So in a game we've already had, and Thomas is hurt. He missed last week's game with a hamstring issue and gets up very gingerly here.
And that is big news, because Earl Thomas, in my estimation, one of the best safeties in all of football. Just reading Cam Newton's eyes as he looked back, Earl Thomas was off. But this is a guy who very much the heart and soul of this defense. Doesn't say a whole lot, but he is the guy that can just fly sideline to sideline and make plays, and that is not a good sight.
Yeah,
it looked like Cam Chancellor flying for that ball as well. They collide in midair. You just don't know. Here he is coming off.
A lot of time, thinks about running. Has a man wide open. It's Darrell Young, the fullback, who breaks 3. And Darrell Young has a 62-yard touchdown catch. Now, John, when you're slumping, just throw a bomb to the fullback. That always works. And now there's an injured Eagle.
It's Trent Cole down on the field. He was in coverage. And it's Robert Griffin. Again, they take away his first read, his second read. But here's what Robert Griffin can do to you. He can extend the play, eyes downfield, sees Trent Cole, unused to being in coverage, and 2 Eagles run into each other. And Darrell Young all the way to the end zone.
Years ago, we talked to Tom Moore, then at Indianapolis, the offensive coordinator. You got a busted play here, and then Sanchez gets hit. The ball is loose, and it's alive. And then going into the end zone is Steve Gregory, who's had an interception, 2 fumble recoveries, and a touchdown.
Never seen this before in my life. Watch this. Vince Wilfork is going to throw Brandon Moore back into his quarterback. He's going to fumble the football. This is what Reggie White used to do to people, forklift them and just lift them off the ground. Mark Sanchez not expecting it, and it was the backside of Brandon Moore that knocked the ball out. Now, he may have been on the ground.
16 seconds to play. In with Connor. Throws for the end zone, and he's intercepted at the goal line. Fred Lewis intercepted, lost the football. That is a touchdown, or is it?
It's got to be. Golden comes. He's trying to keep him in the end zone. Oh, just pops it right out.
You play 59 minutes and 53 seconds.
Fire when the storm hits you.
That's it, Brian?